All right. Everybody, welcome. We've got a fun special edition of the Jimmy O Show tonight. We've got a great new addition to the Jimmy O Show tonight, and that's because me, Michael Arata, Jimmy O's partner in Fear the Wave Collective, is hosting. Jimmy O's been tied up this week, and I'm thrilled to do the honors tonight. And one of my favorite Tulane football players is going to be on my first show with me. And we've got Special Teams Player of the Week, Makai Williams, on with us. We're also going to be joined by Jack Chenshu. You all have watched Makai. This is Makai's second year with the team. And my kid, who's playing some football. In fact, I'm going to turn around. My little son's in the background there. He mentioned you, Makai, during the game. He's like, he might be the fastest guy on the team. Look how fast he's going. And so it was noticed how hard you played, man. And so welcome to the Jimmy O Show, Makai. Congratulations on being named Special Teams Player of the Week. We're thrilled to have you here, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's the first time you're on the show for this, but it's not going to be the last time. And it's not going to be the last time that we see your face for a Player of the Week, because you have a terrific future ahead of you. Let's talk about where you're coming from. Tell the audience where you're from. Give them a little bit of bio on you, and then we'll talk about the games.
Yeah. So I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but ended up moving down to San Antonio, Texas, and then moving again to Cibolo, Texas, where I played high school football. And then from there, Tulane University picked me up, and I'm so happy to be here, surrounded by amazing coaching staff and people around me. And it's just something special to kind of see myself go through all of this in the process. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me and where I came from and how I got here.
Well, we're thrilled that you're here, man, and you made an impact. And I remember when you got here, and I remember how impressive you were when you got here. So it's fun to have watched your development. Talk to us about ULL, man. What you were on fire. I know the field was on fire, and it felt like the entire place was on fire. But you brought extra juice to that game, and this coach loves juice. So tell us, man, what got you excited about this game, and what was one of the things that really sparked you to play so hard and play so well this particular game?
Well, all week, on top of just coach always talks about straining and strain to finish, and it's not just me. We all, whether it's kickoff or punt or whatever special teams core there is, we all try to strain and we all try to push each other the best we can. And that's all that happened. And I went down there, strained. I trusted my brothers, in all special teams phases because I can't do it without I can't do it without them. And also the coaches, putting me in the correct position to do it. They trust me at the 2 position on kickoff to roll down there, make some plays, and they trust me at the guard position on punt. So it's really all thanks to them as well.
Well, like you said, you're surrounded with some fantastic players. One of the things that I've noticed about our coaching staff this year, and I've talked about this, and Jimmy's talked about this, is the intensity and the passion. And so you were actually under the Fritz era, and Coach Fritz recruited you and got you to come to Tulane, and we're thrilled and thankful for that. But our coach, Coach Summerall has this intensity and this passion about him that I think has ignited the players. Tell us what you think about your time last year here, today, this year, and what's in store for us going forward.
Well, first things first, Coach Summerall, he's a player's coach for sure. And I just love to be around him. I know a lot of other guys that just love to be around him. And when he came in, I sat down with him. He sat down with a lot of my teammates, and he just told us to trust the process. And, that's what I'm doing right now. And, when Fritz recruited me, it was a blessing. I'm so thankful for him and the staff that recruited me. And then when Coach Summerall came in, he sat me down. He was like, hey, just don't go anywhere, trust the process. And that's exactly what I did. I trusted him. I liked what I saw. Like I said, he's a player coach. And I mean, that's all there is to it. I love the juice that he brings, and it's infectious. It brings.
He really is.
Up. Yeah. So that's all there is.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, listen, this wasn't your first game. You balled out. I thought you balled out in Oklahoma. I thought you had a fantastic game there. That was an intense environment. And so now we're kind of going from really intense environments the last couple weeks to back to the confines of home, right? So we get to play our first conference game in our stadium. Tell us about what we can expect from South Florida and what to look forward to that week, next week.
Well, first and foremost, just from their offensive perspective, they're very fast-paced tempo, um, and I believe that they just want you to get out of their gap. If you mess up, one gap over, right, left, whatever it is, and they go tempo, that we got to limit explosive plays, and that's kind of what we've been trying to do the past couple of weeks, and that's what Coach Gass has been preaching about. So I personally think that's the number one rule: is to limit explosive plays, stop the tempo. That's our key to victory. On special teams, just do the same thing we've always been doing. When Dante gets the ball, he's special. He's really special. When Ray gets the ball, he is special. So just do your job, block who you're supposed to, and let them boys work.
That's fun stuff. So I was a special teams player at Tulane too, and one of the joys is when you have an explosive play like that, everybody celebrates in it because everybody takes part in it. And you've been part of really like Rayshawn's development and watching Rayshawn all of a sudden be change the way that the games are being played, and they're now going to start gaming against Rayshawn and kicking away from him. Tell us how exciting it is to be on the field with him, and because every play can be and Dante as well. Every play can be a game breaker.
Yeah, you want to talk about juice. Them two guys, man, they got juice. And, Ray, what's so special about Ray as well as Dante is like if they score, especially in the last game, Ray came over to us as blockers and he just said thank you for blocking for me because he said it couldn't be possible without him, and that made me feel special. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of charisma that they got. You know what I mean? They're humble. They're very very humble to kind of acknowledge us as well on the back end.
Yeah, so Ray was on the show last week, and he's a lot of fun. He's super humble, um, and it's fun to actually, like I said, watching you develop, watching him develop, and watching some of the younger players all of a sudden step into who they're supposed to be and who they're going to be. It's terrific. So listen, so one of the things I watched some film on South Florida. They have this crazy pace that they play with, right? And they try a bunch of fun and funky stuff on special teams. So you guys are going to have a fun game. It's going to be a lot of challenges, and they're going to one of the things that they do is they just run at this crazy pace. Sometimes it looks like they run themselves out of steam with their crazy pace, but they're going to run at a hard pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that's the thing we're preparing for right now. And there's a reason why we went through the gauntlet in the spring, to prepare for teams like this. There's a reason why we do all the things that we do. But there's no doubt, I have no doubt that we're going to be prepared when the time comes. And when they want to go tempo, we're going to be right there with them, ready to line up and ready to play.
So you know what? Let's tell the audience about what the gauntlet is. I was there. I saw it. It was intense, man. And we had something last year called the Surge. You remember Coach Hester had the Surge. Coach Witt, our new strength and conditioning coach, brought something that was even more intense. Tell the audience what the gauntlet was and what that was like.
So the gauntlet is almost, you could look at it as a series of drills, and you have about 2 minutes around to finish each drill, and it has to be done with perfection. And there's about 6 drills, right? That consists of speed, agility, strength, all that. So the lines are breaking up into maybe about 10 or so guys by 6 drills, 2 different groups. And let's say, you step over a bag, you hit the bag on accident. Well, that's 3 up downs right there. And that adds up fast because you got 10 guys. Let's say every one of us messes up, step on a bag, that's 30 up downs. And that's not even including, we have to sprint to the next station and then the next station and next station. We have to do this 3 times. And on the 3rd time, it has to be completely perfect. If somebody steps on a bag, if somebody doesn't touch with the correct hand, touch with the correct foot, face the correct way, it's not only 3 up downs, but you got to restart the entire gauntlet over. It took us about 2.5 weeks to finish, to get everybody on the same page, to get everybody perfect.
So that's actually a comment that I wanted to make a point about. Coach has his values: attitude, toughness, discipline, and love. And if you want to know what those look like in real life, watch the gauntlet. because you need a great attitude to survive that intensity. You need to have incredible discipline. You got to trust your brothers to actually perform the same way that you're performing. And so all four of his values came into play: attitude, the toughness that you need, the discipline, and the love that it takes to literally support your brother to fight through. How, because I saw you guys, it was hot, it was really physically challenging. But don't you think it prepared you for the intensity of the heat that we just went through in Oklahoma and this last weekend in ULL?
No doubt, no doubt. Not only that, um, when against Oklahoma, when we were down, I don't think anybody and these looks on people's faces, not one of us were down. You know what I mean?
I love
And
that. No
that's
doubt about it.
because the gauntlet prepared us for that. We love each other like no other team. We love each other and we trust each other. So when we came out there the second half, we turned it up. We looked each other in the eye like men, and we said, "Hey, something's got to change, and we gonna get this done." That's exactly what happened. And same thing at ULL.
So Makai, with listen, you blink and all of a sudden a third of the season's up, right? So we've gone through 4 games, and one thing that I've seen happen is you guys have formed your character, and the character reflects your values. You're tough, man. You're disciplined. You got great attitudes when adversity hits. You got the right attitude to challenge adversity, and clearly you're brothers. And so from one football brother to another, man, I love seeing that. I love how I love how you guys have come together and stuck together through 2 tough games. And now the road ahead of yours is yours, man. Your destiny is right in front of you, and you control everything about it. So I love the position you put yourself in, and I'm excited for you. Um, we appreciate you being on the show tonight. Is there anything you want to talk to the audience about before we wrap up with you?
Uh, Not much, but if you have any young viewers that aspire to be college athletes, I'll just say consistency and effort gets you a long way. You know, doing the right thing all the time and doing it with effort that can't be matched. That's going to get you a long way, no matter what anybody tells you, whether it's size, whether it's speed, strength. You know, you're going to have a lot of people telling you, you know, you're too small or you can't do this, can't do that. Consistency and effort, you will be noticed, and patience, patience, patience.
Well,
That's
that's really hard for a young kid to learn, but I love that message. One of the things that I tell kids that I coach, and I've been coaching them for some 30 years, is I give them a little test, and I'll give you guys this test. Jonathan Kahn has joined us. He's going to be on the next segment. But what's the thing that beats hard work? What's the one thing that beats hard work?
effort.
Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing, man. Nothing beats hard work, right? And
Mhm.
like you said, it is. Effort is the answer. Effort's the answer. Only more effort. Only more effort. So listen, it shows, and you're a true leader. We love having you on the show. Love having you as a guest of the Jimmy O Show. You earned your way on this, and we're thrilled for you. So listen, if you want to support players who earn their way on our show, join us. Subscribe to fearthewavecollective.com, fearthewavecollective.com. Jimmy and I have been working tirelessly over the last 3 years to get support for the players, and you can see the character of our Tulane football players, and they're true, fantastic representatives of the university, and so worthy of all the support you can give them. Uh, there's a huge round of applause for you, Makai Williams. You keep working hard, young man. You got a bright future ahead of you. Thrilled for you. Congratulations, and we'll see you on the field against South Florida on Saturday.
Yeah, roll wave. Thank you.
You got it, brother. You got it. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. And now we got our next segment. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, look at this, man. Look at this. How are you, fellas?
Good, pretty good.
And how you doing?
I'm fantastic. We got some job takers now. This is the first segment was the players of the week. Now we're rolling into the job takers section. And this is actually something that's really special to me because I, in fact, like you all, I was a job taker. I was on the scout team and going up against one of my dear friends, Richard Harvey, who was a starting linebacker. And I put Richard on his butt, and the special teams coach grabbed my face mask, pulled me on the side of the ball, pulled Richard on my side of the ball, pulled my face mask on his side of the ball, and I never surrendered the spot. And that's what you guys are doing, man, working your tails off. And so welcome to the team, guys. Say hi to the Fear the Wave Jimmy O Show audience.
Hi, feel the way
How we doing?
audience.
Yeah, man. Listen, tell us, Jonathan. You go first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to get into some questions. But why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, so I'm Jonathan Kahn. I'm a senior out of Chicago, Illinois. I went to Notre Dame College Prep. I'm a tight end. I'm currently studying philosophy and homeland security with a minor in business. And yeah, I'm really excited to be on the show. And thanks for having us.
Absolutely, Jonathan. You're a writer. You've done podcasts. You've done all kind of
Mhm.
stuff too. So I know
Yeah,
you've got varied interest, and it's fun to see you on the show. I can't believe it's your senior year already, man.
I know.
Goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, and you know, it's all of a sudden I'm the old guy on the team, and it just feels like I just got here. So it's yeah, it's a hell of a thing.
Well, listen, it's a tribute to the hard work that you've been doing to get on the show, and we're thrilled to have you on the show. And all right, are you still there?
Oh yes,
Did
sir.
you? All right, man. Introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them about you.
All right. My name is Jordan Guidry. I'm from
Yep.
Ruston, Louisiana. I went to Ruston High School, one of the best schools in Louisiana.
Yeah, tell them, Jordan.
And
Tell them.
I'm a freshman at Tulane.
So, Jordan, if everybody remembers in our recruiting, one of the big gets that we got this year was Jordan Gidry. And you electrified the internet when you announced you were coming to Tulane. And you have already made an impact, young man. You've already made an impact. And so one of the great things that you got ahead of you is a coach who's going to make a real investment in you and is going to watch your development and make sure that he actually puts in the time and the effort to see you develop the way you really your career is going to want that your career is going to maximize. And so I'm excited to see what happens to you, man. I know you got high hopes and high expectations for yourself, and it's going to be fun to watch you fulfill them.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Talk to us about what's going on this week. What are you guys doing to prep for our first conference game?
Well, right now, I'm just getting the O line ready to go against pretty good defensive line over there. So I'm going against them every day, trying to make them better, get better, help them prep.
Good.
Yes.
And are you learning some techniques in the meantime?
Yes, sir. Like when I go over there to the scout team, I try to focus on something different every day. So am I working on my hands, or or my snatch, or just my eyes?
Good. So we actually got Mike Storms back. Have you met Mike?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Mike was a former Marine who's actually worked for the San Diego Chargers. He's worked for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I remember last year Mike Storms was there, and Jonathan knows Mike. One of the scouts, I think it was either the Chargers or one of the other scouts, came up and said to Coach Fritz, he's like, "You guys have Storms here," and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That gives you an edge," and so you should make sure you pay close attention to him, man. He's got real hand-to-hand close combat skills that are going to be really important for you as you develop.
Yes, sir.
And so keep working hard, man. You're making your team better. All right, Jonathan, tell me what you're doing, man. What you got planned this week? What do they have you doing?
South Florida, they do a lot of up tempo with their offense, and they like to spread things out. So as a tight end, getting the safeties and defensive backs and linebackers ready for perimeter screens, things like that. But also, working on counter inside, leading up on a linebacker, a lot of inside zone. Things of that nature, and we're just trying to go out there and be the more conditioned team. Make sure the guys are ready to go once we take the field on Saturday. So it should be a fun matchup, and we're really excited for it.
So, Jonathan, last week it didn't go unnoticed, and you've done this several times, but just for our audience's sake, Jonathan works really, really hard on special teams as well. And I think a kickoff or a punt went to you, and you returned it, and you started flattening some of your teammates, and your entire team all of a sudden started cheering and jumping on your back. It was fun to watch you exert that much effort, because that sharpens the guy, gets him game ready, and it's makes a difference to have somebody working that hard against you.
Yeah, I mean, that was a super cool moment for me. Obviously, it's a lot of fun going out there and playing hard, running a couple guys over. That's why you go out there and play the game.
Absolutely.
I love the physicality. I love the contact, and so that was a super fun moment. Yeah,
absolutely. So. And All right, so listen, Ruston isn't that far away. I know it's the football capital of Louisiana. Has your family, your friends gotten down to see any of the games yet?
My family's got to come. They came Southeastern game.
Okay, good.
So they came that game. I got in that game, actually. I got a tackle.
Fantastic. Way to go, man.
And I want to say one of my friends, they're either coming next week, this week, or the next home game we have. My Ahmad, his name is Ahmad Hudson, plays tight end.
Good.
So he's coming.
He's still in high school?
Yes, sir.
Terrific. You got coach looking at him?
I'm not. I think so, because I think he said he got an invite. I think he said he got a game.
Okay, good, man. Maybe Jonathan can give him some tips.
Yes, sir.
Terrific. All right, listen, man, let's talk about this. You guys are student athletes, and, you know, it's important to make sure that you remember the first word is important, right? That's why they put it there. High school. And Jonathan, I know what you're doing. Tell our audience what you have planned, because I loved hearing from you. You and I did a podcast, I think it was last year, and it was really fun to watch you do that, and, you know, talk to us about what's happening.
Yeah, so academically, like I mentioned, I'm a double major, which is kind of unique. Keeps me busy academically, but I like both my majors a lot. After college, I'm hoping to go to law school. I'm not exactly sure where I want to go yet, but you know, I'd love to go back home to Chicago and maybe one of those law schools up there. But yeah, I interviewed you for the Tulane Hullabaloo school newspaper, so I do alumni spotlight articles for them, and that's a super great way for me to expand my own network and also, you know, try and get more alumni engaged. I know the alumni base loves the university as well as athletics, and so anytime I can engage those people back to the university, I think it's really awesome, and definitely something I want to do when I'm a graduate. So it's been super cool.
Yeah, it's fun, and that's a terrific way. So one of the things you mentioned that just now is law school, but you also had some finance. I remember you talking about finance and business, and one of the things that the collective has been really fun, and I'm glad we've been able to do it, is to put you current students, especially the juniors and the seniors, in touch with a lot of our donors who are also alumni. And so Jimmy and I have talked about that with you and getting you in touch with some of the folks that former players who've gone on to law school, like both Jimmy and I did, but then they're going on to have business careers. And so it's something that we're looking forward to helping you with, and making sure that you have the football family network to support you once you graduate. And it's something that you've earned by putting in the time on the football team and being part of the Tulane family. And, you know, for our young freshmen here, that's something that you get to look forward to. You know, when you tell us, hey man, I'm interested in doing, I want to build houses, or I want to own a car dealership, or whatever it is. There's a great network of people who are all donors of Fear the Wave, who are supporters of yours because of us assembling them, and they're interested in helping you out. And so that's been one of the joys that Jimmy and I have been able to kind of access over the last couple of years, is tapping into the network to say, hey, listen, let's support them while they're student athletes, but let's also support them when they're young in their business careers, right? Young in their professional careers, because we want you guys to have terrific football careers. And I hope, you know, we're watching Mr. Guidry play in the NFL for many, many years. But after the football days are over, we want you to have a fun and successful professional career too. And that's something that the collective's really intent on. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So what are you studying? I know this is your first year, man. You're just trying to make sure you understand college and getting through your first semester of college, right?
Yes, sir. I'm studying business.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Jonathan can tell you a little bit about that. You might have forgotten how your freshman year was, but it was a few years ago. But are you enjoying it? What do you think, man? Is it what you expected?
Yes, sir.
Good. Tell us the highs, man. What's been the high point for you?
The high point, well, for me,
yeah,
I look forward to going to practice every day. That's pretty much it.
Good.
And after class, I get my work done like I need to get my work done, so I can get my degree, because the Tulane degree is one of the plus sides of going to this school.
No doubt about it. So, Jonathan, you know, this is your last season playing football at Tulane. Tell our audience what your highs are. Some of the highlights you've had.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to mention winning the Cotton Bowl and the conference championship 2 years ago. Obviously,
Pretty great. pretty great,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah,
trip to Dallas that trip to Dallas was special.
yeah, that's something I'll never forget. And really, my favorite moment from that whole trip was coming out of the tunnel at AT&T Stadium and seeing it sold out on our side, and it was like a
Magical.
little spotty on the USC side, and that was super cool to see that we got the whole Green Wave Nation behind us, and running out on the field was something I definitely never forget, and definitely a high point of my career, and so it's been great so far. I love being around the guys and the team, and so I'm definitely going to miss being a part of this program. It's been
Well,
great.
you've added to it. I was just going to say, it was really fun. Is when we went to the basketball game before the football game was played on the Saturday, and they introduced the USC players, and there was a lot of rumbling and boos, and then they introduced you all, the Tulane football players,
Yeah.
and the place erupted, and it was just really spectacular. Because not only was the Green Wave Nation there, I think Tulane was the nation's team that week, and you won a lot of hearts playing as well as hard as you guys did that weekend. So we're thrilled for you. Look who jumped in, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Introduce yourself. You're a job taker this week, so welcome to the show. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm Jason Mitchell. I play O-line for Tulane. It's my first year.
There you go, Jace. So we're thrilled to have Jace on. We have two freshman job takers who worked super, super hard in practice over the last couple of weeks, and the coaches have noticed how hard you guys have been working. And we're thrilled to have you on the Jimmy O Show. Are you on a little roundup? Oh, that's your fan in the background. I see. I thought you were taking us on a little ride just now.
Yeah, that's my fan.
All right, Jace. That's awesome. Jace, tell the audience where you're from.
I'm from Destrehan. It's like 30 minutes away from here.
I'm at St. Charles Catholic right now, man, watching my kid
Bro?
play football. Yeah, look at that, man. That's St. Charles Catholic, 8th grade playing football right now.
Or,
Well, listen, guys, we're about to wrap up. Is there anything you want to tell our audience or ask our audience? Or
Well, all I got to say is roll wave.
yeah, roll wave.
Yeah, roll wave. Yeah,
Jace,
come out to the
roll
game
wave.
this week.
So that's what I was going to close with, guys. So one of the things that you can do to support these fantastic players is come out and cheer as loud as you can for 60 minutes of fantastic football. And you could also go to our website, fearthewavecollective.com. And each and every one of these players deserves all the support you can give them. And whether it's a few dollars or a lot of dollars, the work that they're putting in and the success that you're seeing on the field is a result of all the hard work that they're doing. So reward them and celebrate their success. So Jace, Jonathan, this has been Michael Arata for the Jimmy O Show. I've loved having you guys on. I'll see you guys on the sidelines on Saturday, man. Roll wave. Go beat South Florida.
thank you.
Roll
Thank you,
wave.
guys. Yes, indeed. Take care.